The Galactic Empire's high council chambers and philos buzz with the subdued hum of alien diplomats. Their elongated, crystalline spires shone in the artificial sunlight, powered by the ancient energy core that fed the city. The alien species present, all leaders of the most powerful civilizations in the galaxy, were gathered for a briefing by Varric Torval, a decorated war veteran of the Threxian Dominion. Varric stood before them, his scarred, scaled visage a testament to decades of brutal campaigns across the Outer Rim. The Threxians, known for their ruthlessness and combat prowess, rarely showed vulnerability. Yet, as Varric spoke, his voice carried an edge of desperation. "Humans are not like any other species we've encountered," he growled. "You think them primitive because their homeworld is a fragile sphere of water and stone. You think them disorganized because their governments bicker amongst themselves. But I tell you this, humans don't fear war. They thrive in it." The council erupted in murmurs. To the assembled dignitaries, humanity was a minor player in the galactic order, barely 2 centuries into space travel and confined to their own star system. Surely, the warnings of one old Threxian could be dismissed. Varric's warning. Varric recounted his encounter with humanity decades ago, during a skirmish on the edge of Imperial space. His fleet had stumbled upon a small human outpost on a barren moon. Expecting an easy victory, the Threxians launched an attack. But they didn't retreat, Varric said, his claws tightening against the podium. Their soldiers, fragile creatures with soft skin and brittle bones, fought like cornered beasts. They turned their own weaknesses into strengths. Their smaller size made them harder to target. Their ingenuity, their relentless adaptability cost me half my fleet just to retreat. The council dismissed his tale as exaggerated. The Emperor's advisor, a smug Rinxian named Lorvac, sneered, "Your failure against a minor species hardly justifies alarm. Humanity is insignificant. Their ships are outdated. Their weapons primitive." Varric's eyes narrowed. "Ignore my warning at your peril. Humanity fights not for conquest or power, but for survival. And when they fight, they hold nothing back." The catalyst. Months later, the Galactic Empire's expanding borders brought them into direct conflict with humanity. An Imperial fleet blockaded a human colony on Proxima Centauri, demanding submission. The humans refused, citing their sovereignty. What followed was a massacre. The Empire's flagship destroyed the colony from orbit, killing millions. News of the atrocity spread across human space, igniting a fury unlike anything the galaxy had seen. The Empire believed the humans would submit after such overwhelming force. They were wrong. Humanity's response. Humanity didn't retaliate immediately. Instead, they vanished. Their ships disappeared from known space lanes. Their colonies went dark. The Empire assumed they had been cowed into submission. But in reality, humanity was preparing. For months, the Galactic Empire's fleets patrolled their borders, growing complacent. Then, without warning, human forces struck. Unlike the orderly tactics of most galactic species, humanity's approach was chaotic, unpredictable. They hacked Imperial communication networks, turning ships against each other. They unleashed guerrilla warfare on occupied planets, destabilizing entire sectors. Their soldiers, clad in adaptive combat suits, seemed fearless. They fought in environments where no other species could survive: acidic swamps, frozen wastelands, even the vacuum of space. One by one, Imperial outposts fell. The turning point. On the desolate moon of Karthak IV, the Empire launched a counteroffensive. They sent one of their largest fleets, confident in their superior firepower. Waiting for them was a single human dreadnought, the Resolute. The battle should have been one-sided. Instead, it became a slaughter of the Empire. Humanity had weaponized their desperation, using experimental technologies that pushed the boundaries of physics. Their weapons were devastating, their strategies incomprehensible. When the smoke cleared, only the Resolute remained. The Galactic Council's dilemma. The High Council reconvened, their arrogance shattered. Reports of human victories flooded in. Entire fleets had been annihilated. Imperial governors were defecting, terrified of humanity's wrath. Varric was summoned once more. This time, the council listened. "You were warned," he said, his voice heavy with grim satisfaction. "Humans don't fear war. They fear extinction, and you've given them no choice but to fight." Humanity's final message. As the Empire scrambled to negotiate peace, a human envoy arrived at Philos. She was a slender, unassuming woman with piercing eyes that seemed to see straight into the soul. Her name was Commander Elena Voss. She delivered a simple message: surrender unconditionally, or we will bring war to your doorstep. This is not a threat. It is a promise. When the council hesitated, Elena leaned in, her voice icy. "You burned our colony. You murdered our people. Now humanity will show you what it means to be truly afraid." The fall of the Empire. What followed was the systematic dismantling of the Galactic Empire. Humanity's fleets bypassed heavily fortified systems, striking at critical supply lines and infrastructure. Their soldiers became legends, ghostly figures who appeared out of nowhere, striking fear into the hearts of even the most battle-hardened veterans. Philos, the shining jewel of the Empire, fell within a year. Its spires crumbled under relentless bombardment. The Emperor was captured, and the High Council forced to sign a treaty of unconditional surrender. Epilogue. Varric Torval watched from the ruins of the council chambers as human soldiers secured the city. He approached Commander Voss, his expression unreadable. "You are right," she said, her tone devoid of triumph. "We don't fear war. But we wish we could." Varric nodded, understanding the burden of victory. As humanity began to rebuild what they had destroyed, the galaxy learned an unshakable truth. War with humanity was not just unwinnable, it was suicidal.